What's going on, guys? Best live stream on YouTube, right here. Welcome to the party. I'm T3. Let's get into some questions, yeah? We see that fellow there, certified T3 and moderator. The moderator is already here, guys, so be on your best behavior or else, you know, the band hammer is coming out. Matt Rain, certified T3 bot, says, let's go. I'm actually on time today. That fellow there, certified T3 bot, is laughing. Sam Ray, certified T3 bot, yeah. Certified T3 bot, waves. Watch the time. Yas. Hello, hello. Let's see. Let me turn on all the chat, actually. It was only on live chat, but I want to see everybody. What is going on with my beard today, guys? It's a little bit curly. Oh, there we go. There we go. Mr. Shinobi, Kyle B, Graham Wallace, and Merrily. Aaron Walker says, boom, boom, boom. And let me hear you say, well. I said, boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, well. I think that's what he was singing, because he says, boom, boom, boom. What's the time? How'd you know I was a Brit? Something about the name. Steven Ritter says, hey, Jory. Hope you're having an awesome weekend. Thank you so much. JH. A lot of the regulars, some new people. Let's get into some questions, yeah? Happy to see a bunch of fresh faces, bunch of regulars already here. Perfect and Rager says, what is going on? G-Mood, certified T3 says, top of it. Top of it. Top of the morning. Top of the morning to you. Oh, Saints preserve us. Claw says, hi, Joru. Joru is a really cool name. It's just not mine. It's just not my name. But Joru is a very cool name. So yeah, let's talk. He deleted his message. So let's talk about watches. Let's talk about life. I know people like to talk about cars and food. Let's just talk, guys. It's the Saturday Q&A. Now, we're only 2 minutes in, but we're going to go ahead and do something that we like to do early on in the live stream. All right? Because I understand not everybody can be here during these live broadcasts, even though we schedule it regularly, even though this happens literally every Saturday, even though people know what to expect, some people still can't be here. So let's go ahead and pause the live stream for a mistake. Let's go ahead and just wave. Let's just wave, guys. We gotta wave to the people in the comment section. Because not everybody can be here on Saturdays around 11:30 a.m. Pacific. Not everybody can be here to join in with the amazing conversation and questions. Some people, oh, I have jobs, T3. I have kids, T3. I have other obligations, T3. Oh, you know, that time where you live is kind of inconvenient for me because I live on a different part of the world. Whatever. We get a few thousand people watching this during the recorded playback, so we're just saying hello to you. We love you guys. We do. We seriously, we love you. Don't worry. We absolutely love you. And you can relax while we're here during the live stream. We see you. We see you. We do love you. But just know that we were here during the scheduled time every week, ready to do the heavy lifting because we want to have fun and party. Back to the live stream. Let's read some comments. TFT says, what's for lunch, bud? I actually don't know. Yo, a little bit of insight into my personal life. We're celebrating our anniversary today, Connie and I. So, and tomorrow. Because it's technically tomorrow, but we're celebrating it today as well. So, I don't know. We'll probably go out for lunch somewhere cool, but we're going out to dinner someplace she really likes. So, I don't know what for dinner. What would lunch be? I don't know. We'll figure out what she wants for lunch. So what I'm trying to say is I can't just eat what I normally would want to eat because we have to go someplace cool. Joyjit says, you didn't invent time, you just tell it. It's true. 'Tis true. Reading some comments. Perfect and Rager says, so if a same watch has a resin version as well as a stainless steel, which would you pick? Well, when I think resin in watches, right, I think G-Shocks. So I'm not going to think of like a resin diver, right? Like if I think, unless we're talking about the G-Shock divers, which would be like the Frogman series, right? But I think you're leading me into, I think what you really are trying to ask without asking it is, would you pick one of the G-Steel watches or one of the resin G-Shocks, right? That's what you're really asking, because you just didn't want to say it because you know that I hate G-Steel. But let's put it this way. If I saw a Seiko tuna that was steel or a Seiko tuna made out of resin, which one do you think I'd pick? The steel one, right? But when it comes to G-Shocks, the metal G-Shocks are terrible and the resin ones are much better. So it really depends on the watch, right? If I'm looking at a Rolex Submariner, one's made in resin and one's made in steel, I'm going to go with the steel one. Resin is good for certain things, bad for other things. And when I say good and bad, it's the subjective good and bad. I'm saying that I wouldn't like it. I'm not saying, like, you guys can eat me alive in the comment section if you want. Chris Strange, don't worry. You're pretty much on time. You've made it. Oi, a bit late, but it's hot and I'm not. Chris Strange is, I can already tell, is a funny dude. Let me read. TFT says I'll be having fancy fries for lunch. Reading more comments. Joel Taborski, old man's here. What's going on, Joel? We love you, brother. Say hi to your family for me. Let me look. Okay, so Brandon says, what do you think of the Omega Seamaster 253180? You got offered for $1,500. Let me see, and I'll tell you if it's a good deal or if your friend is trying to screw you. Let's see. Come on. All right. Omega Seamaster Professional 25318 stainless steel. This one is a 300 meter automatic. It has the 1120 movement, 41 millimeter. This is one of the more boring Omega Seamasters. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. 1500 seems to be less than the going rate for them. So that, I mean, that is more affordable than they usually go for online. However, I don't know the condition, I don't know the service history, and I don't know anything about the overall health of the watch. So I can't say yay or nay. I will say that $1,500 is pretty cheap for that watch. I personally don't like that watch. So I wouldn't spend that money on that watch. Perfect and Ranger says, what are you wearing right now? We don't do that until we hit 100 viewers. Alex Parnijo says, flex the guns, Lord Flat Moon. Oh, God. Can we get a hashtag still jacked in the comment section? I don't want to tear my shirt because I love this shirt. Oh, YouTube's going to demonetize me. Hashtag still jacked in the comment section right now. Hashtag still jacked. I'll start it off. If I could spell it correctly. And you know what? We're going to caps lock this. We're going to caps lock this. We're going to cap lock this. No, I want to see it all caps. Still jacked, all caps. Is Marissa here? Oh, Marissa, certified teeth rot, and my sister says, still a freak. What happens if I step off the edge of the moon? Well, so this is a big argument, right? What happens when you step off the side of the flat moon? And people So what you don't understand about physics, right, is that if the world was flat, okay, pretty much all the water would like convene into the center of the earth, like in the center of that dish, if the world was flat. Now, flat earthers are stupid, because why is everything in the solar system spherical, but then the earth is flat? It doesn't make sense. The earth is round, except for the moon. The moon is actually flat, guys. So hashtag flat moon. So what would happen if you walk off the side of the flat moon? What's crazy is you just get kicked back to the bottom side of the flat moon, and there's no way you're getting back up. So there's probably a bunch of dum-dums still trapped in the dark side of the flat moon, and that's their problem. So we'll never hear from them again, and that's just their problem. Little needy? No, Patrick Petito says, if you don't want to have fun during the live streams, dude, then just dip out, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. How can you be, how am I a little needy for asking people to stay still jacked? It is what it is, Patrick. Harry W says, oh, well, the Flat Earth Society is just the Denial Society. Yeah, dude, I saw the Netflix documentary about the Flat Earthers, and the funniest part is when they got this, like, who here, put your hands up in the comment section, who here has seen the Netflix documentary about the flat moon? Oh, Patrick, because of all caps. Okay, yeah, that was a bit needy of me. Who here has seen that Netflix documentary with the about flat earthers? Okay, Smiling Beard has seen it. By the way, Smiling Beard, again, I love your name, dude. So what's crazy is these dudes, and we see this a lot in society nowadays, where you get confronted with information, like, you have your opinion and your standpoint, right? And then instead of like finding the information and that formulates your opinion, you have an opinion and then you manipulate the information out there so that it fits your narrative. We see, I'm not trying to infer or insinuate anything, but we see that a lot nowadays, and it's no different with the flat earthers. So they have this very rigid standpoint that the world is flat, okay? And then they find information and they manipulate it so that it fits their narrative. And what's crazy is that all throughout the documentary, they kept moving the goalposts. Even when things were debunking them, they'd try to move it so that we live in a society. But the funniest part was these flat earthers got these lasers, okay? And they were like, oh, well, we're going to... And the frustrating thing is that they try to use science, okay? They try to use science, and they're like so close because they're using some math and some science and like some of this stuff, but they're like almost there and then they're not, right? So they're like, oh, if the earth was round and spherical, then when you look at the horizon, you would see things drop off, because what happens is eventually you would get to the horizon dipping. And how come if the world was round, we can stand on a building and still see all the other buildings? So what we're gonna do, and they measured this out, okay? And they got this really high-powered laser, and they stood on this one like mound, and then they measured out another distance with this laser, like, and they were like, okay, we're so far away that if the earth was round, we would like not be able to see the laser, and the earth is flat, so we will be able to see the laser. And they measured it out, and they shot the laser, and lo and behold, the laser was exactly where it was supposed to be if the earth was spherical. And all of them were like mind blown and infuriated. And so then what they did, this is the worst part. I'm sorry I'm going on anti-flat moon. Wait, hold on. Anti-flat Earth. The moon is flat. Hold on. Nick M, I'm gonna help you out. He says he's on the verge of unsubscribing. I'm gonna help you out. I'm just gonna go ahead and ban you. Woo! Can we get a round of applause in the comment section? Can we get a round of applause? How stupid is Nick M? Pretty dumb. Guys, let's go ahead and give him a round of applause. Bye-bye, Nick. Bye-bye, Nick. It was fun having you here, but we don't care. Goodbye. Okay, so this is the worst part. Everybody F in the chat. Can we get an F in the chat for Nick? Because I know he's still watching. He's still watching, but he can't comment. Can we get an F in the chat for Nick? Bye, Nick M.
The time teller isn't talking about what I wanted him to talk about, and he's having fun making the content he wants to make, but I'm so upset about it. I'm gonna tell people I might unsubscribe.
Leave! Then leave! There's the door. If you don't like what I'm doing, then get the F out. We're here to party, bro. Woo! Okay, real quick. Here is the worst part about that documentary. All right? Here's the worst part about that documentary. They thought that they were going to debunk the round earthers by buying this really, like, I think it was like a $20,000 gyroscope that measures, like, the tilt of, like, the Earth's axis. And they were like, yo, there's no way, okay, there is no way that this is going to show the tilt in the axis. We know that this very expensive gyroscope is actually going to show us that the Earth is flat. So they hooked up this gyroscope. One of these dang flat earthers coughed up the money for this, like, crazy expensive, it was like $25,000. They turn the thing on, and it shows that the freaking Earth is round. And so then you know what they thought? They were like, oh, hold on. We just didn't have it encapsulated in this crystal that we need to find. We need to find this amethyst to put around the gyro. I'm like, bro, stop moving the goalposts! The Earth is round, okay? The moon is flat. The Earth is round! Dang. I'm sorry for anybody who came here in the middle of that. I just needed everybody to know that. And Nick M, can we just, R.I.P. Nick M. Nick, I know you're probably still watching because you're infuriated that you can't comment, but Nick, I miss you, dude. I wish you were still here, bro. I wish you were here. You could have had fun with us talking about the things we want to talk about on a Saturday. Jeez. Nick, you know what, Nick? I'm going to go, guys, I've never done this before. All right? Can we just get a moment real quick? You know what? Everybody in the comment section, can we get just get our drinks up, guys? Can we get our drinks up real quick in the comment section? Just guys, drinks in the comment section, please. Drinks in the comment section. James Blonde, no, that's what I'm saying. The Earth is round, dude. The Earth is absolutely round. The moon is flat. The Earth is round. That's what I'm saying. The Earth is very round. All right, drinks in the comment section, guys. We're just going to take a moment. Nick M, we're glad you were here. We're glad that you hung out with the channel for a period of time. And I think it's very funny when people comment, I'm on the verge of unsubscribing. Because the truth is, we don't really care. And pretty much for every person that unsubscribes in a day, like a few hundred take their place. So, Nick, after this live stream, I will forget about you. But I've never done this before. And on today's live stream of July 24th, 2021, I'm going to pour a little bit out for our fallen brother, Nick. My office is now What? That was for you, our fallen brother, Nick. Nick, I'm dedicating this live stream to you. And I will change the name. I will change the title of this live stream to Nick M's live stream. This is for you, Nick. And after this, I will forget about you. All right, cheers. Cheers, brothers and sisters. Woo! All right, my moderators are telling me that I need to pay attention to a super chat. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Where are my handlers? Where are my handlers? Chi-Town, California with the super chat says, you put a smile on my face, Jor. Thanks. Hey, man, we're just here to have fun. Marissa held up a glass of milk. Jazzy J2MIA says, what happened to the Time Away channel? We made the T3 Time to Drive channel. How amazing, you should ask, guys. Check out T3 Time to Drive. We're uploading weekly content over there. Everything about my other passion, which is cars. Yeah, I think he's part of the Flat Earth Society, Nick. And then, you know, Nick got upset and he was like, all this truth, all this flat mooning, the trutherism is it's making him upset and he wanted to unsubscribe, so I just helped him out. Joel Taborski, certified DDO, says, hope we're at 107 people. Come on, wrist check. You're slipping. You're wasting too much time on this Nick character. Sorry, Joel. All right. I am wearing, we do a wristwatch check whenever, no, the world is round. The moon is flat. The world is round, guys. The world is round. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a wristwatch check. I am wearing my DW6600. Absolutely love this watch. Stole this from my dad in the 90s, and I've never had the batteries changed. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if there's like an Allspark in this watch, but this watch is like 20 years old, and I have never changed the battery in it. Insane. It is insane. So, yeah. What are you guys wearing? CBCA Boyer says, Reverso traditional or duo face? I say both. Get the traditional first and then the duo face, because originally the Reverso was meant to keep the dial hidden. So I think go classic and then go duo face, because what's cooler than having a watch that has two faces? That's like so cool. So I say both. Why not both? Luke Simpson says, got a battery older than me, wearing a tuna. Peak Took is wearing a Smith's Everest, very cool. Spencer's mustache. We have smiling beard and Spencer's mustache. He's wearing a Vostok. Chi-Town, California is rocking a Square Solar Atomic G-Shock. Vince Goodrum says, I have a rope with an hourglass. Vince, what's going on? Ian Falconer from Scotland. He says, hello, Jory, from Scotland. Rika Bansal from India says, I admire your work a lot. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Jazzy J says, thank you so much. Cheers from Deutschland. What's the Deutschland? We have a very diverse group every Saturday, and I think that's the best part of this live stream. It's not even my rants. It's that how diverse the group of people are. James Blonde is wearing a 63 Seagull chronograph, a watch we've taken a look at extensively on this channel. Joel Taborski says, Transformers 5, Revenge of the Allspark Jory's watch. Revenge of Jory's watch. Yair is wearing a Hamilton Khaki King. Boyer's wearing an OP39 white dial. How do you guys like that red grape, huh? How quick did that sell, that red grape? Insane. Shut down. Jory celebrates diversity. Look at his watch collection. Amen. Big Wave Innovations certified T3 bot says Speedy Pro. Jinbei Pak says, Jory, do you have the book A Man and His Car, same author as A Man and His Watch? Yes. Matt Haranek wrote both of those books, and I do have both of those books. I should put the other one there. It's a good idea. Matt Haranek is very, very creative, talented dude. Bad Matt is here, certified T3 bot. Everybody, be careful. You don't want to get into it with me. Reed Grabowski, my Uncle Reed is here. Says, love a 36mm OP. Perfect and Ranger says, your video got removed, T3? Yeah, 2 of them, and then I had to remove like 10 more. According to other content creators, they're like, oh, if it has homages or something, remove them preemptively. So I was like, okay. YouTube is just, who would have thunk, man? YouTube would, it's like, come on, dude, we're talking about watches. Bad Matt wants to know if Reed will be his honorary uncle. I'm sure he would. Reed's a great uncle, so I'm sure he would. Big Wave Innovation certified T3 bot says, please make an episode flipping different straps on the Speedy. That's not a bad idea. CBCA Boyer says, what's the next time to drive video coming? What's the next mod? So we do have a new modification episode coming out. Gato is editing it right now. So hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow. So he's editing it, and it has to do with a new mod that I did on the 911. So I'm very excited. Smiling Beard, what's my favorite watch size? I have 2. I have 2 favorite watch sizes. Okay, I have 2 favorite watch sizes, all right? It's going to be really controversial. 31 and 39. Those are my 2 favorite watch sizes, 31 millimeters and 39 millimeters. So those are probably my 2 favorite watch sizes. I know none of you guys are going that small, but you guys maybe don't like vintage watches the same way I do. Yeah, Chris is like, too small, man. You probably hear that a lot, huh, Chris? I'm sorry, bro. Why 31? Because some of the old Elgins, you know, the bubble backs hovering just above 31, around 32, they're just great watches. They're just very fun watches to wear. And vintage watches, just simply for the fact of them being vintage, have a different presence on the wrist. So I would say anything around 31 and then anything around 39. Jay Anderson, would you like to have a track toy? Very good question. So pretty much my 370, I don't know, I didn't film it, and I wish I had the car channel back then. I could have shown you the 370, but I had a Nissan 370 that was like a gutted track build. Like, it reeked of gasoline, straight piped, crazy tune. If it was a little cold out, it would spit flames like 2 feet behind the car. It was insane, and it was stiff as a board. Like, the thing would drive on rails. So that was a very fun track toy. However, the 911 that I'm building right now is probably the most proficient and competent car that I've had in the corners. So it's not gutted like the 370 was. It's a much more pleasant car to be in. But if I were to track a car right now, the STI would do very well on the track. But the 911 is pretty much now becoming my track toy. without being super gutted. Bad Matt, when Jory wears a white shirt, I feel like he's about to preach ancient wisdoms. Where do you find long straps for vintage small watches? It depends, dude. Like, you just need to measure the strap length that you need, and you need to type that in and look. I don't need long straps. That's the thing. Jory, how did you manage to pass smog with 370? So in California, you don't need to smog it until the car is older than 6 years old, I believe. So I didn't need to smog it that whole time that I owned it. And then once I came around 6 years, I sold it because I didn't want to have to deal with smog because it would probably not pass with everything that I did. It would absolutely not pass with everything I did. Jory, do you know how to drift? So I'm not a drifter, but when you're cornering and the rear end gets loose, you have to know how to correct that, and I'm a proficient enough driver that I can do that. But as far as like ripping the e-brake and popping the clutch and then feathering the accelerator to go in like a perfect like doing like a pendulum drift, like I'm not like that. I'm not like Chris Forsberger or something. I'm just like a casual weekend warrior track guy. Do you have to pass smog for a track only car? So the answer is no, but you can't drive it to the track. You would need to trailer it. And some tracks now have stupid decibel limits now. So like you'll see a bunch of track cars here now with these crazy external mufflers. So like you'll see the exhaust pipes coming out behind the bumper, and then there's like these bolted on external mufflers, like a silencer. They literally call them silencers for the cars that you have to screw on to the back of the pipe, which is like it's really annoying and it looks ugly, and I don't know why on the track you'd worry about decibel readings anyway. Vince Goodrum, Krang and his android body. So what you guys don't understand is everything here is like very deliberate, right? So, yep, Laguna Seca, that's what I'm talking about. It's so annoying. Everything behind me is very deliberate. So there's all a bunch of things that I think encapsulate me behind me on these shelves. And I think I did a good job. It's like a good cross section. The only thing that's not here would be like, I don't know, French fries, or like Snyder's honey mustard onion pretzels. I should put a bag of that there. The thing is, I would never get any work done though, because I'd be in front of the camera and then I'd keep going back there and I'd be eating them. So I guess that would be the one thing I love that's like not back there. I love your Porsche. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I have a few Porsches here. I have some TMNT stuff, a few Ninja Turtle things. I have a mug that is from the Los Angeles Olympic Games American weightlifting team. I have a G.I. Joe that is a Street Fighter. So that is a collaboration in the 90s between G.I. Joe and Street Fighter. And the crazy thing is right now, I'm wearing a Street Fighter shirt. Not to brag. Yeah. Am I able to go to the gym again? Yes, we're fully, the gyms are now fully open here, which I'm very excited about. Street Fighter for the win. Amen. Justin, somebody be doing big on back and lat day. I'm telling you, dude. People want to know how to get a big back. You just deadlift. I'm telling you, dude. You just deadlift. Deadlifting builds your back. Favorite anime series, Jazzy J. Okay, so This is a can of worms, guys. This is such a can of worms. I like Mortal Kombat too, but I think that Street Fighter. I had a huge crush on Chun-Li when I was little. I don't know why, but Street Fighter was, and I wanted to be Zangief. And the weird thing is, I kind of ended up becoming Zangief. So, okay, favorite anime series. I'm gonna do this in a few different parts. Is that okay, guys? Because there's some of all time. There's some like current, and there's some that aren't series but are movies. So here's let me tell you. And you can list yours in the comment section. All right. My favorite anime movie of all time is probably Akira, right? Akira is just like, that's like the ultimate. It's just so kind of synthwave, 90s, like retro. It's just like a crazy movie. But I really like Inuyasha. Growing up, Inuyasha was like, I don't know. I loved Inuyasha. And that's why when Hypeland came out with the Inuyasha t-shirt drop like a month ago, I bought all the t-shirts. Princess Mononoke, I absolutely loved. But here's the thing. Right now, currently, I really like Konosuba. I don't know if you guys have seen Konosuba, but Konosuba is like the perfect cross-section of like humor and like just funny dialogue. And then Fire Force. Dude, I'm telling you, Fire Force is so good. Yo, Bad Matt, Konosuba is hilarious. It is like so funny and stupid. But Fire Force is one of my favorites right now. And Usagi Yojimbo is great, but it's not really an anime. Oh, they're making a Netflix Usagi Yojimbo, which is awesome. So I'm excited for that. But I love Usagi Yojimbo because I learned about that through Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But yeah, so there's a bunch of anime that I love. I'm a shonen guy, but once in a while I'll watch like slice of life stuff. But I'm much more of a shonen guy. Howl's Moving Castle. Yep, anything from that studio is great. The Shane, what do you think of kettlebells? I don't have much room to work out. So, I'm going to be honest. Oh my gosh, can we talk about Dune? That's like a huge can of worms. Okay. I am a big compound lift guy, right? Powerlifting is all about compound lifts. But after the gyms being closed for a year and a half, or during the gyms being closed for a year and a half, I quickly learned that I had to like adapt, because there's no way I would be able to like just do nothing. So I got really into running, and I dropped a ton of weight. And then I bought a bunch of kettlebells, believe it or not. And so I think there's definitely a use for them, right? If you can't get a bench and a squat rack and everything, then yeah, you got to work with what you got. So I mean, not to draw this answer out very long, but like, yeah, kettlebells definitely. I was very like against them because I was like, why would I ever need a kettlebell? I have a squat rack. I can do everything from the squat rack. I'm huge. Look at my traps. And look at my biceps. Oh, fuck it. But then I realized like, oh dang, like I don't have a squat rack here at home. I don't have a squat rack here in my office. I don't have a bench in my driveway. So I was like, I'm like, what can I work with? And so I bought kettlebells, and I got, they're really hard. They're like really difficult to work with. So that's good. So yes, the answer is kettlebells have a place. And Joe Rogan, yes, the Shane, Joe Rogan is huge on kettlebells. So they'll be able to kick your butt. You'll be able to kick your own butt with them, for sure. Shattown, are you still carb cycling? No, because I lost so much weight during the lockdowns, and all I was doing was running. All I was doing was like these crazy kettlebell workouts and running. Guys, I dropped below 220. And I'm probably at 220 right now. It's insane. And so if I were to keep carb cycling with that, I would have like withered away. So, yeah. Diego says, I love your Porsche. I own a poor man Porsche, a 1959 Kermit, air-cooled engine with nitrous. Cool. Is the toupee making a comeback? Bro, I buzzed my own head yesterday. Can you tell? I think this is just the look for me now, guys. I think this is just what I have to do. I dig it. It's really easy. It's incredibly low maintenance. Every week or so, I'm just like, yo, Connie, buzz me. And she's just like, bzz, 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 bzz. It's just like, I don't know. It's Jay Anderson says it fits you, man. Thank you. Hair transplant from my chest area. I'm not into that, guys. I'm not one to be self-conscious about that at this point. I think I'm just I don't really care. As long as my beard is like intact, as long as I still am able to grow a beard, then I really don't care about this. I had my fun with long hair in high school, and I'm like, you know, it's all the hair just went like this for me, guys. The beard balances out. Yeah, Joel, you guys got to stay hydrated. The heat is ridiculous, man. 110 in the Midwest. Yeah, you guys got to... It's not that bad here in SoCal, I'm going to be honest. Become Napa from DBZ. I told you guys, I think it was last week. I told you on last week's live stream. I was walking around downtown and someone yelled Napa at me. And I was like, oh. And so I was like, with my scouter, and he started laughing. 1016 Fund! Bad Matt with the super chat. Says, what do you think of jerks and snatches type lifts? So in powerlifting, we don't do that, right? The clean and jerk and the snatches, in powerlifting, it's bench press, squats, deadlift. So we're not doing these crazy, cleans and the snatches up. However, those are incredibly difficult and they're incredibly impressive, and you have to have like really good form and really good mobility. But now that I'm doing like kettlebell stuff, I'm doing a lot of snatches with the kettlebells and everything, and it really does help out your shoulder mobility, and it gets you into... It puts you into much difficult positions than you were if you're coming from like a powerlifting background. So, I don't think they're fully theatrical when it comes to kettlebells. Now, as far as functionality in the Olympic weightlifting sphere, I'm not into that. I think that the risk to reward is not in your favor. I think when you're doing really heavyweight snatches, the risks of injury outweigh the benefits of strength, right? You're going to tear something in your elbow. Pretty much once every Olympics, someone tears their elbow because of doing a snatch. Someone messes up their shoulder because of a snatch. It's just not worth it. Do you have any good workout watches that's not G-Shock? Because I find G-Shocks to be too big and annoying. Yes. Guess what watch I wear to the gym every day? Timex Ironman. No, G-Shock's gonna be so mad at me for saying that. Yes, true. I wear that Timex Ironman that I reviewed. I wear it every day now at the gym. I'm telling you, I love it. You're a professional weightlifter, powerlifter. Powerlifting is technically a different sport than weightlifting. Cartier tank for the gym. Vince, give it to me, bro. Got my Whoop in the mail. Yep. Whoop strap. My Whoop strap's been telling me I am not sleeping enough. TFT, the Ironman has a much smaller, more concaved profile that kind of lays on your wrist a bit better. And for the gym, if you're not hiking around, bumping up on things and everything, the Timex is just so convenient. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, I run now. Like, I didn't want to get too detrained after the lockdown ended, so I still run every other day at the gym. And having that Timex Ironman, like, is less clunky than even a G-Shock. So it's just fun. Just wear a Casio F91W. Yeah, that works too. I want something a bit more water resistant because I get drenched. And the Timex Ironman has more intuitive buttons. Okay, Vince has the ugly watch for us of the day. Invicta model 35197. Let me see. Let me see that Invicta. Baby. That I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube, excuse me, so I'm not gonna say it. You guys know what song I was thinking about. You guys know the song. All right. Oh, dang. For those of you who, I think this is the watch. I'm putting a link. Oh my gosh. The Aviator Zulu 4 dials. So you have 4 time zones, and the dials get bigger as they go. What is going on with this watch, dude? And I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand with this design language. It's not congruent, right? So, like, why do all the dials have different markings on them? Oh, is it because it's supposed to be gauges on a plane? I think they're supposed to be gauges, like various gauges on a. It's like an aviation instrument. Dude, just what is going on here? So this is probably quartz, right? 100 meter water resistance rating. 50 millimeters. It says dual time zone, but it says there's 4 time zones here. Ugh. You know what? You've sent me uglier watches, but like, this doesn't seem like as gaudy as some of the other watches you've sent, but this is just so ugly, and the design language is like incongruent. If you notice between the 2 top time zones, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's these 6 dots, and then there's the Invicta font, and then there's 4 dots under it. Like, what are those things? I don't like it when watchmakers just do random things just to do them. Like, if you look, the watch has some bolts going through the case. At the top right above the 2nd time zone, you see this like checkered pattern on one of the screws. But none of the other screws have that pattern. So, like, why did that one thing have that? I don't like that. I don't like when the design language is all over the place, because design language is what it sounds like. It's supposed to be something that conveys something that another person will understand. That is what design language is, right? I design something in a language that the consumer will understand and appreciate. This is all over the place. It's like alien, it's foreign. I don't understand it. I don't like that. Aaron, I don't even need to see this thing. I sent a link. Smiling Beer said, yeah, that's a tough one. Klaus, that's repellent. Thanks, T3, just bought it. Samuel, banned. I'm just kidding. Oh my god. I just heard a bunch of words I don't like in a string and you're describing a watch. Yeah. Terrible. Terrible. Okay, guys, let's get a few. We're at 50 minutes, 51 minutes. Let's get a few more questions going, and I will answer them as best as I can. And we're gonna have a fun time until I have to end it because I gotta take my girl out for anniversary lunch. Tube got off your back? Not really. I mean, I haven't heard back from them, and I'm not getting my episodes back, so. Batman says, happy anniversary! Thank you so much, brother. Next watch you're planning on buying? Guys, I have a problem. I have a problem, okay? Every time I see a watch, I want it. So, like, I'm looking at, like, Rolex Bluesies. I'm looking at certain Yachtmaster 1s and, like, various configurations that I might like. It's just a problem. And the Zen Hunting 3006. You know what? This is just such an enabling hobby. None of us are helping each other out. We're just, like, enabling this terrible addiction. And Matt Rain says, yeah, you and the rest of us. So it's like, I just... So as far as modern watches that I'm looking at, the 1016, the Rolex Bluesy, the Zen 3006 hunting watch. Yeah. Boyer, only on the bracelet. Pretty much only ever wear it on the bracelet. Have you ever thought of getting the new 36 Explorer to bide your time until the 1016? Yeah, I've thought about that actually, honestly. I thought about getting a 36mm and seeing if that just kind of holds me over until I can get a 1016. Do you have a 17mm strap on your bubble back, or do you squeeze an 18mm? I found a 17mm Perlon online. But you can squeeze an 18mm. It's one extra millimeter. Reading comments. Modern Girard Perregaux. What do I think? Okay. There's Girard Perregaux Laureato Infinite, I think it was called. It was the one with like the really deep black dial. That is like one, I think that's the best watch they've made in the past like 10 years. I think that specifically is like the best watch they've made. TFT, peace. Can we get a round of applause for the moderators, guys, by the way? We really can't do these live streams without the moderators, so round of applause. Thank you so much. Cannot do it without the mods. Samuel, have a good one. But guys, before we wrap up, I want to thank so much my moderators, but also my channel members, my certified T3 bots. I really do appreciate them. They directly help me out. You know, they go above and beyond and make sure that we can make the content here. We film every day here, and I really, really, really do appreciate it. I want to thank all my viewers, regular and new. I'm sure we've gotten some new subscribers even today. So I really want to appreciate you and thank you, because what is a channel without any viewers? And I want to thank just everybody that's been supportive throughout this kind of uncertain time here on YouTube. Things get sketchy, and it's very nice to have. It's very nice to know that you have people that will, come to your aid and have your back. So I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I make the content for you guys, but you guys help me out by watching it, and just by you being here, I don't think you realize how special that is to me. So seriously, but like simply by you being here and watching the content, that is so incredible to me, and it really does mean the world to me. So thank you guys. Round of applause to you, all my viewers. You guys are amazing. Thank you. And yeah, guys. So again, get out of your comfort zone. I tell you guys this at the end of every live stream. Starting a channel and doing these things and working the ins and outs of this weird YouTube social media space, that's uncomfortable and it's difficult and it's weird. But it pays off, and that's just one example for me. Whether it be asking someone on a date, trying out for a new job, switching career paths, pivoting in life, that's uncomfortable, but it pays off. So get out of your comfort zone and do it. Tell someone you love them, especially nowadays. Little goes a long way. You got to tell someone you love them. Even if you're feeling down in the dumps, sometimes giving love to another makes you in turn feel better. And then at the end of the day, you got to tell yourself you love them, because that's kind of all you got, right? When you lay your head down at night, you got yourself and no one else. So don't isolate yourself, and remind yourself you love yourself. Okay, guys? And I'll kick it off. I love you, each and every one of you, and I mean it. All right, guys? So stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. All right, guys, have a great day, and have an amazing weekend. Whenever you're watching this, just know that I love you, and put a smile on that face. Why so serious? Love you guys.